But first, we begin with meteorologist Chesley McNeil. Chesley, we now have a tropical depression to keep an eye on out there.
Yeah, tropical depression number 4. Yeah, very close to our area. It's off the coast of South Carolina now. Nothing over us right now. We're fine. We do have sunshine out there, looking pretty good. Clouds will spread our way as we go through the rest of the afternoon. It's this cluster right here of thunderstorms just off the coast. It's an area of low pressure there. Now tropical depression, packing winds up to 35 miles per hour. As you can see, it's located about 145 miles just off the coast of South Carolina there. Moving to the west-northwest at about 16 miles per hour. Now, it does have the potential to become a tropical storm before it makes landfall, and that will happen later on tonight through tomorrow morning. You can see where we have the tropical storm warnings now right along the South Carolina coastline. Here's the latest track from the Hurricane Center. You can see the potential of it becoming a tropical storm when winds up to about 40 miles per hour as it makes landfall. This will be later on tonight, and then notice how it moves up into North Georgia by tomorrow morning. By then, we're expecting some scattered showers around here. In fact, they could start tonight, as late as tonight, going into tomorrow morning, and then that area of low pressure continues to move further off to the west of us. Things will get a little bit better. We'll detail the amount of rainfall and track it hour by hour in the full forecast coming up.